Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Retro Reminisce, the show where we look at older games and see what we like, what we don't like, if they still hold up, and some nostalgia, if it's there or not. My name is Killjoy and I am joined by two lovely gentlemen, as always. On my right, Mr. Fruity Sammer. How's it going, good sir?
Hi, not bad, not bad.
Good, that's what we like to hear. And on my other right, Mr. Mark Kitchen. How's it going?
Oh, I'm good.
Good, fantastic. Both drinking, I see, which is always a good sign.
Yes. I'm nearly done, actually.
Oh,
I'm
disappointed.
Like, super low.
Disappointment.
I know.
I'm just gearing up.
Yeah, I know. You're getting revved up for it. So for all the excitement,
Gearing up in the corner.
Today we're going to be looking at a game, a very little-known game, by the name of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Chosen.
You may have heard of them.
Yeah, you may have heard of them. We are doing the Sega Megadrive version, or Genesis if you are listening from America. Fun fact, the version released on the SNES and the version released on Megadrive were two different games. The SNES one being more like Streets of Rage, that kind of beat 'em up. SNES version, the Megadrive version being more of like a Street Fighter-esque fighting game. So we're going to be looking at that particular version. It came out over here. Well, both actually came out in North America and Europe in the same year, so 1994. But yeah, like fun little fact, different games. Don't know why, but that did happen a lot. Like if you look at Aladdin, it's probably one of the most famous examples of that being different for the SNES and the Mega Drive. So, but yeah, let's. We'll start things off with like a bit of nostalgia about this, but I think Fruity, you're the only one who's really played this as a kid. So do you want to take it away?
Yeah, this is one of the like 3 Sega Mega Drive cartridges that I still have.
Yeah.
I didn't have the book for this game though, which is very annoying.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You kept their books from the Mega Drive era. Like no one kept them.
I have a few.
Who needs a box when you got a cartridge? This is how I
they
lost
came in like,
all my things.
kind of like VHS looking cases.
Yeah. They did it very like
This
that.
is how I lost like all my games basically. Because
I didn't keep them in the case, damn it.
now all I've got is my Sonic, my Fantasia, Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's a cracking lineup of games that survived the test of time.
Admittedly, you could have it do what I do and then have all the right games but in the wrong cases, which is also another thing to do, which people don't like.
Yeah,
so.
I was a bad kid. But yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. Hence why I've managed to keep it.
Was this one of the first games you got, or was this something you got after? Like, did you get it with your Mega Drive, or did you get it like?
We didn't get it with my Mega Drive, but it must have been like in the same like year or so.
Yeah.
It's probably like birthday or Christmas, like afterwards, maybe the year after. So you probably either got it in 1994, or you might have got it like 1995.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
But yeah, we played a lot of this. Me and my older brother. We played so much of this, like the multiplayer. So one of the few like multiplayer games we had where you could like fight each other.
Yeah.
Because like later on, like around maybe a bit later, we got like Golden Axe.
Yeah, Streets of Rage.
And obviously we had like, cause I remember it came with the Sonic like collections. It came with the Mega Drive, so we had like Sonic 2, so we could play together and do the verses on that.
Yeah.
This is like the first and the only real like fighting game we had on the Sega.
Yeah.
So yeah, we played a lot of
trying to think.
versus.
I'm trying to think if I've played a lot of fighting games on the Mega Drive. The only one I've got is like Justice League. And like, it's not a terrible game, but you have to hit start to change from kicking and punching.
Did you not play Mortal Kombat on the Mega Drive?
No, I played that on the SNES, which is easier because you got more buttons to play.
Played Mortal Kombat, but never had it.
Yeah, I feel like fighting games on the Mega Drive probably wouldn't work that well. Like generally speaking, like,
I think they are better on the SNES, to be honest.
just having the extra buttons because a lot, especially Street Fighter, because that requires light, medium, and heavy.
Yeah.
Obviously, this game doesn't. It has 3 buttons, but it only really uses 2 of them. So, but
yeah, you have Fierce and whatever the other attack
like,
was.
Well, I thought
Fierce.
that the SNES version might have the more varied moves with more buttons, but then it's not a fighting game.
No, it's a Streets of Rage style game.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic, really, that.
Having the Streets of Rage
the Streets of Rage one isn't on the Mega
Drive. Yeah, very
It's
odd.
basically just like later on I found out this is like a rip-off of like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But at the time I didn't know about. Yeah, like I have massive nostalgia, and then just this happened during my Power Ranger hype when I had like all the figures, like the weapons,
I had a couple of figures,
the morphers, probably like a helmet. Like I had a lot of Power Rangers, and me and my brother would watch so much Power Rangers.
I just suddenly reminded me. I used to have one of the Black Rangers where you could like hit a button and it would go from like his normal head and flip.
Yeah,
out
it had to
to
flip out. Yeah, it's
flips
really weird. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can like open up their chest and like spin their head around.
Yeah, it's like, ugh. It was cool.
I
Right?
remember having a set of like all the robots. And,
Yeah.
like, put them all together, like transform them. It's so cool. But yeah, I have big nostalgia. for this
Lots
game.
of nostalgia. But yeah, I mean, me and Mike, we can't really speak to it because I've played it a few times before with Fruity, but it's probably the first time you played it.
I wasn't even aware that it existed.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people, to be honest.
I was really into like Power Rangers when I was like 4 or 5. I have memories of like watching it with my dad when I was a really small child.
Going
And,
go
like,
go
yeah,
Power
and
Rangers.
I had all
the
the
theme.
I had all the toys and all that, and I loved the theme when I was a kid. I don't think I fully respected the theme until
You're older,
like
yeah.
you just played it then, and I was like,
You guys
it's
are
got
just,
like a metal,
thrash
like,
metal.
yeah.
Could be like a Megadrive or
Yeah,
like
Metallica
Metallica
or
or
something,
something.
yeah.
I'm not surprised that they made a Power Rangers game, but I'd not come across it before.
It's definitely the sort of thing. If I would have played it, I would have played it on Game
The
Boy.
movie game is a lot better.
Yeah.
Like the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, which one with the Ivan Ooze. It's like a Turtle in Times kind of feel. I remember playing that a lot.
Yeah.
That was also really, really good. That
Anything
came
like
out,
Turtles in
I
Time
think it's
is
like a couple
good
of
in my
years
books.
later. Year later?
Yeah.
Don't know.
imagine
I
it
remember
could turn out
seeing
pretty
that
easily.
in Ivan Ooze film in the cinema. So it must have been like 6 or 7 when that came out. So I reckon 96, 97.
Yeah.
That game came
I could
out.
look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we might as well just move on then, because obviously you and me can't really add in any input onto like remembering the good old
How about
days.
like the broader thing for you, Levi? Like,
I
did you get swept up in Power Rangers?
just thinking back to it. I had that toy with the Black Ranger, and he had like a crossbow or something with his gun. I don't know if that was. I can't remember.
You should have an axe.
He didn't have an axe. He had a
What?
crossbow, I think. But I think this was
I
later.
had the
this was like
actual
later
like
series.
handheld for kids like
Yeah.
axe. And then we just
Yeah.
like hitting my brother with it a lot.
I don't really, I feel like I'm like the sort of things that I was into were like Street Sharks and Biker Mice from Mars and stuff like that. And I don't think I've really. Transformers is another one. Like Power Rangers and Transformers, I didn't really get into.
I think
I watched it.
Transformers and like Transformers and Ninja Turtles are like
Ninja
more
Turtles,
like,
yeah, I've
they're
definitely
more
watched.
like proper 80s babies. Like people who were like 5 by like 1990 were probably like more, they're more nostalgic for like those. Because I missed Transformers and Ninja Turtles. Like that was more like
Ninja Turtles. I watched it, but my dad used to record all of the Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, I'm talking anything from Sharky and George to like Ninja Turtles.
oh yeah,
and
these were like,
everything.
but they were like reruns. Though,
Yeah,
By the time we got there.
No,
Like,
absolutely.
Power Ranger was like such a phenomenon, like school
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
don't-
Like everyone was so into it.
I really don't remember. I mean, I know, like I said, I had some of the toys, but I mean, also growing up, a lot of the stuff that we watched, we had like tons of like Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So I think it was just one of those things where I was like into so much other stuff at the time. I think my parents were that fussed, or like we never really like recorded it. Well, again, I just didn't watch it, even though I know how big it was. Now,
I used to
anyway.
watch Fox Kids a lot as well.
Yeah.
And even after the original series, like Turbo,
Yeah.
and like when they went into space and all the other things, like oh man,
Yeah.
I watched it for far too long.
I think,
Probably
I
watched
think
it till I was at
the
least,
Black
like,
Ranger
10.
I had was from one of the later series anyway. I think that's why I had the crossbow, but I honestly couldn't tell you. It's been a long time.
There is one that does have a gun. I don't think it's Turbo. Turbo's with the Blue Ranger who turns into a man. It's like they thought like going from like an Asian woman to an Asian man in the Yellow Ranger was like weird enough. So it's like I know, let's have a American white kid and then he turns into a man when he transforms. Is very weird.
Amazing.
I think that's in Turbos. It's the same. Green Ranger was in it. But yeah, that's very weird.
But it seems like you two, obviously, this was a big part of your childhood.
Oh,
whereas
yeah.
for me, it
massive
really wasn't.
part of my childhood. I watched
Yeah.
so much Power Ranger stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was like
Well, Hero Turtles as it was called.
Hero
I think.
Turtles at
It was
the time.
called,
Yeah. Those two themes, I can remember my dad
Mm.
like singing, like just me being excited about it coming on, and then like my dad being like, "Total Power," like
Yeah.
just doing that kind of like get your kid excited about a TV program, kind of, like singing along.
So you can watch it and give like
But that was
half
what-
an hour.
Yeah, but that was what was great about like all the '90s cartoons. You know, you look at like X-Men and Spider-Man as well. That were
I was
coming out at the
about
time.
to say,
Spider-Man had a fucking
the big
phenomenal
question
theme
is
tune.
which is better, Power Rangers or Spider-Man?
What in terms of theme tunes?
Yeah.
I mean, I can only say Spider-Man, but that's what I grew up with and had nostalgia for. Like that amazing shredding, that diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo. It's like, oh, it's so good.
Pretty
I mean, not to knock the Power Rangers theme, I just didn't really know it until much later on.
The X-Men's good, but it's not quite the same level.
Mighty Max also had a fucking phenomenal theme tune, and Street Sharks and Biker Mice from Mars, like all that stuff.
Biker Mice from Mars are the good.
Yeah, all that stuff was great. I loved it. Anyway,
back to the game.
We'll start with you, Mr. Mark. Let's talk about things you'll like about this game, because I think Fruity's going to be the easiest one for this. So we'll start with you.
Well, the music was awesome.
It's really good. Like the Megadrive really like pumps out that track.
I love
it. Makes me feel bad for like kids nowadays. So they're opening like kids shows probably just like dubstep. It's like the reason why everything's like thrash metal in the 90s is like. Yeah, that's what the teenagers are listening to. So I put the kids' show, so the kids think it's like really cool and hip. And it's like nowadays they probably just have like really terrible music in there, like sad guy rap.
I just love how like the double bass noise like sound and like the theme is just like so. There's just like a lot of going on, like a lot of fast notes and stuff.
It works like, really well when
really
you like
surprising
chip tune
how well they did it.
Yeah,
putting it through like the 16-bit,
everything
works really well.
Yeah,
it works really well.
It was considering like, well, Levi didn't really sell this to me before we started playing it, and
considering what I said, I was like,
and also like when you said it was a rip-off of Street Fighter, I thought it was going to be really naff, but combat, like the fighting was like surprisingly good. Like there was like just simple things like dashing towards the enemy and like quite a good range of like
being able to back
special moves.
As well.
Yeah,
tap back.
Some of the special moves are quite interesting.
Yeah.
And I like how you've got like the Power Rangers and then you've got like the Zord like characters. I think they were really
Kaiju
cool.
fights.
Yeah. Like tanky kind of like monstery.
Oh man, they even make a
characters
Rim game.
Are really cool.
That was so good.
Yes, they do.
Punching them in the giant Zords.
Some of the range on those characters was insane.
Oh yeah,
like their massive
and
weapons.
Wild and Woe,
Yeah.
like a really long like up attack as well, which is like so much range. They can like attack you in the air and like on the ground. It's like,
she had like this
mad.
interesting kind of floaty jump thing going on, which
she's like a teleport move towards as well. Like she's got so much movability and also like a load of range.
Yeah, it was more varied than I was expecting. Like. It wasn't like Rise of the Robots or.
Rise of the Robots is amazing. I'll have you to say something bad against that game.
The worst fighting game ever.
It is the worst fighting game I've ever played. But it's so bad, it's good.
The only character which I find really hard in this is the Minotaur. When you play as him, he's just so slow.
But he has to charge.
All his moves are just like. Yeah, but before he does a charge, he has to like jump back and then tilts down and then goes. So in that time, you just like do a projectile and then you just die. It's like. Oh no!
Not the Minotaur. He's good fun though.
Some of the levels are pretty cool. Like they're not as memorable as Street Fighter 2 levels, but at the same time I didn't play this back in the day, so
yeah, you're fighting on the bridge and then you're on the space.
But like in Street Fighter, you can like break the boxes and like interact with the levels a bit more.
Yeah.
But they were alright. There was like some depth to them. There was like the moon one, and you've got like the Earth in the background, and like a little shuttle thing or something, like a satellite or something. I can't remember. But yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty fun. I wouldn't say it was like it's not like a groundbreaking game, but it's a good bit of fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it like more than how it was sold to me.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's true. I just don't want to overhype you.
When you left the room, what I was saying to him was like
the graphics weren't bad. Like that's pretty standard kind of graphics for that time as well. I'd say.
Tell what all the people were doing.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean, before I chuck it over to you, Free, I'm just going to jump in here because my thoughts are basically the same as yours, Mark. Like, you know, the actual sprites and drawing stuff is a very colourful game. There's like a lot of vibrant colours in this, which is nice. Like each Power Ranger is like blatantly one, apart from the red and pink one, but that's just I'm colourblind, so I struggled. But other than that, like the actual
one's got a skirt, the other one doesn't.
I didn't even notice that.
Look for the skirt.
But yeah, like the different places you find stuff. Everything's very clean, it's very colourful, it's very easy to see what's going on the screen, which is what you always want in a fighting game. You want to be able to see stuff. You don't when it's obscured. It's like, oh, that's shit. And then I quite like you said, like the choice of characters, like the fact you've got the Rangers, and then you have then all the big stompy stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, the music and stuff. So basically echoing all the things you said. I think that's the best things about this game by far. So, Mr. Fruity, what do you like about it?
Kind of like a lot of the stuff. It's just saying like the sprite design, that they all look like they are in that TV show. Like I like how it's got the enemies are from the show as well.
Yeah.
Except for Cyclops, whatever his name is. I don't remember
Final
him
boss,
from the show. Like,
I suppose the Putty Men. Is it Putty Men?
yeah.
I suppose they weren't in this at all.
Putties are in the movie one.
Oh,
They're
okay.
in the SNES version.
Oh, okay. I just find it weird that they weren't like a you can't play as like a putty dude or something.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense though, because like the Power Rangers can beat up the main bad guy,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
goes big and then he uses the Zord.
Yeah, that's true.
So the Putties can go big.
No, they're a bit crap.
Yeah, but I really like how they use like everyone's weapons as well.
Yeah.
So, like the Red Ranger's got a sword, Yellow Ranger's got like daggers, whatever they are.
Size, I think.
Blues, yeah, they're kind of like they're almost like the things that like Electra uses.
Size.
Like, the size is like pretty stumpy, so they
Yeah.
actually go up to
Yeah.
make like long sword catching
Yeah.
things.
One of them's got like a staff type thing. Isn't it?
Yeah, Blue Ranger's
Are we
got
talking
like a
about
spear.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles?
yeah.
But it's like two handheld ones that then like sticks together.
Yeah.
Black Ranger's got his axe. Pink Ranger's got a bow.
Green's got a sword.
Green's got like a dagger.
Yeah.
I think he plays to like summon the dragons on.
Yeah.
See, I remember all those weapons from the TV series, but don't really remember like the other characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was too young. It's been too long. I think.
I think I just watched so much of this kid, like playing this game. Like I liked, like I kind of like how the co-op kind of like follows the story of like the first season.
Yeah.
So co-op when you're solo player. So when you like go through, you start off like against the Minotaur, and then like you go against Green Ranger, who's evil, and spoilers, he becomes good. It does like the scene in the episode when that Red Ranger shoots him and somehow gets rid of the mind control thing.
Yeah.
You turn into the good Green Ranger before he becomes the White Ranger.
I forgot he goes white, didn't he?
Yeah, and I like how they kind of like mirror what's going on in the show. So I'm assuming Cyclops supposed to be like the end boss of like the first season, I guess. But I
Yeah.
don't remember him being in the show. Got Goldar, another long-standing character. Got the weird like bat dude in the background of Rita's place, which I can't remember his name. And you got like the weird white dude who's like, well, he like makes them out of putty and then like
Yeah.
they breathe life into them. Like, so got like all the characters that are in the show, which I really liked as well. So kind of just like 4-year-old me just had like a weird time. And even now, I kind of like the variety.
Mm.
And the special moves aren't super hard to pull off.
No, they're mostly charge
They're
or
quite
half circle.
quite showy.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird sometimes. I was like, oh yeah, or there's times that like like Pink Ranger did like the Falcon like knee thing. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't remember her doing that in the show at any point, just
Yeah.
leaping towards people, just kneeing him in the air. It's like-
You've literally just jogged my memory. I completely forgot. I used to have a Power Rangers board game where like,
Ooh.
which was actually really fun. So you basically would start at the bottom. When each putty you out, you'd stick different numbers on the bottom. You have to roll dice to beat them, and then each of the bosses you'd have to like roll high enough to defeat them, and it's whoever defeated the bosses first. But I don't know where that's gone. I don't know where that's gone. I remember playing it though because it was quite good. But yeah,
Yeah.
just clicked. I was like, wait, I did have a Power Rangers board game, so I must have been more into them than I thought. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's been such a long
Before
time.
your Nintendo fetish started.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so like, yeah, visuals, sound, kind of relates to the TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do
Super
kind of like
like
the calls that they say when like they do like the charge,
Yeah.
and it's like, what are you saying? It's like you can kind of make out.
So
what
I'd say justice of the Oh, I also like how like when you choose everyone else, they get the Megazord. When you choose the Green Ranger, he gets the Dragon Zord.
Yeah.
He has his own Zord. So I kind of like that.
Yeah,
And when you, I also like how it mirrors the show where you got like the Power Rangers fight the bad guy, and then like
get big. They're like, oh
he
shit.
gets big, and then they call in the Zord, and then the Zord fights the bad guy. So I kind of like how he does that.
Yeah,
The two halves of the episodes, kind of thing,
yeah,
which is also pretty cool.
awesome. Well, let's move on to things we maybe don't like so much about this game.
This will be really short.
I'll start with Mr. Mark.
I found that I don't know whether this was a controller issue, but I just found like some of the input was a bit difficult. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Couldn't seem to do the
gun, firing the gun.
firing
Yeah,
the gun with, was it Red Ranger?
It was any of them. It don't matter. They all got the
So
same.
they all got gun.
Yeah, they all got
yeah,
the
yeah.
side gun.
But I don't know whether that was because we were playing with very old controllers.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's mainly the controller. Like
Yeah.
I remember it being a bit jank. But I think that's more just because I was like 4 trying to play it rather than like I don't.
Yeah.
Watching online, it seemed to be a lot smoother. Like people seem to be emulating it.
Yeah. Watching when we watched it earlier, I was like, people seem to have got
Actually
down
do
the
stuff.
combos
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like their positioning and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm not that good at it.
Yeah.
It didn't. It was like I thought the fighting was good, but it wasn't as. It wasn't always totally fluid.
Yeah.
Like there are other games that came out at the same time that's slightly more, a bit more fluid, like kind of thing. Or don't know how to
I like
explain it, but
the range, like the kind of like spacing of the different people. Like it seems a bit kind of random. Like where the hitboxes are moves and where they attack. Sometimes it's just really hard to break through someone just like spamming one attack. Cause you're just like, well, there's nothing I can do about
yeah.
this.
What were you doing when we first started?
Was
You were spamming one attack. It was like spinning something, I think.
Oh, the axe one where it's just spinning around.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
It was ridiculous. I had
Black
about like
Ranger,
yeah.
It was like the cheapest attack. You just
About-
rapidly hit.
3/4 of my
Like the
health
French
just
buttons.
went in about 10 seconds or
Yeah.
less.
It's
Doing
like-
that, you can just keep going back and forth as well. So you can just keep avoiding their attacks and keep getting back in. It's just so broken.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts.
But yeah, I don't know. There's nothing like terrible about this game. I think I enjoyed it. I just feel like all of the things that aren't like amazing, aren't terrible. They're just kind of there's some like mediocre elements of this game. I've got a feeling that Levi's going to rip the shit out of this game, but you know.
Well, I mean, we can come to me now, or we can check it.
Yeah, we might as well. I
Yeah,
mean,
alright.
Can't really think of much more to say.
It's
Okay.
turning into more of an episode of Defend It.
No,
you're like the prosecution.
I mean,
No.
I'm just going to be
I
real
can
about
save
it.
this game.
So, the biggest problem this game has is that, especially when you're playing as the Power Rangers, literally, except for the special moves, everyone has identical like moves, and it's just like when you've played other fighting games like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Well, actually, Mortal Kombat's a terrible example. When you play other fighters like Street Fighter, where some of the characters have different animations and things like that, it's very like. It doesn't really matter who I'm picking. I can literally just pick any of these and just spam the special moves because every other attack, like the kicks and the punches, are like identical. Like if you run up close and hit the strongest attack, they just all uppercut. Or like if you duck down and push like down
That's true.
and
The
B.
Power Rangers standard moves are all the same.
Yeah, it's different with
The
the
Zords
stuff are
are
different,
main
but it's
bosses.
weird that they didn't like. I suppose maybe if you're like canon, they probably all trained this together, so they probably all like the same moves. But it's weird that they don't have like.
I've got a feeling this game was probably made in like a weekend.
Yeah,
To capitalise on the hype of Power Rangers.
yeah,
I got a feeling not a lot of development's going into this. The way the single player lasts like about half an hour.
yeah. It's like, oh, dude.
And if you like get really good at it, you could probably do it in about 20 minutes. not even
Yeah.
that.
It's just like, other than that, like, there's no real combos in this game. Like, there are some moves that can hit you multiple times, but you can't really combo like properly. Like, if you run up to someone and they spam the light attack, like you might hit them a couple times. But other than that, you can't. It's literally all about single hits most of the time.
Oh, that's something I was going to say. It's a shame there's no grabs.
Yeah,
You can't really grab.
That would,
Like,
that
not
would be
saying that there would be like crazy grabs, but in Street Fighter and stuff, you've got at least one kind of thing where you throw someone on the floor or something. But
Yeah.
you don't have any of that. If you get right up to someone, you'd be like, oh, I got right up to them. Like this would be normally where I can like throw them. But
Yeah.
I can't do that. I just need to like chop them or
Yeah.
kick them or something.
I think, and you know, it's just one of those things where you kind of like, well, you know, it's a shame that there isn't some kind of like combo system here, even if it's like very simple, but like even if it's like light heavy or something, or heavy light. But you know, it is what it is. And then lastly, it's just the final boss in this game is utter shit. Like it's so cheap. Like it's beatable if you kind of just stun block him.
I like.
But you can get like combo
Second form.
second form where you like lightning bolts and like you can get hit by it, and the move lasts so long, you get hit by it again.
But also, if you lose, you then go back to the previous version as well.
And even,
so you can't just restart that stage.
Yeah.
It's like all of them. Like if the Zord dies, you have to refight it with the Power Ranger, which kind of sucks.
And it's just like even fighting Goldar. Like if you don't get up close to Goldar, he just spams the same move, and it's like can be a bit
star water thing.
Yeah.
It fires out so quickly.
And it's just like kind of a bit
fire
hard.
breath as well, which goes really fast.
Like I think a lot of the enemy AI also has priority on a lot of their moves. So even if you've got a move that you think is like a special move that will get you close to them, a lot of the time they'll just fuck you up.
Well, special moves can be blocked by just like a kick, though.
Yeah, but like I mean, like
it's kind of surprising you, but I do a special move and you get like kicked.
It's like, but I mean, yeah,
most the last boss called
Cyclopsis.
Cyclopsis.
It's
like Cyclops was like an IS in the end.
Yeah,
I just kept running and hitting,
punching,
punching. Yeah, I just like spam the same move.
Kind of
stun locking is like the way forward. Just keep charging, especially with the Megazords. You just like charge hit, and like that misses, and you can just do the normal power attack. You do the big swipe.
Yeah.
You can kind of pretty much guarantee if they block the first one, they're going to block the second. Just keep spamming that over and over before the AI can do
works.
anything.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think the problem is as a fighting game, it's like there's fun to be had, but like if having no like combos or like having like cheap enemy AI, it's just kind of like a bit frustrating. I think it's just like, oh, I'm gonna run up and kick you, and you can do it against people as well. And it obviously didn't help that playing this game on a Megadrive gamepad, like that D-pad isn't really comfortable for playing this game for long.
I got so many blisters from the Megadrive gamepad back in the day.
It's like a SNES gamepad would have been like easier just because it's just how fucking huge the D-pad is, and it's like clunky and stuff.
Oh
but
yeah,
it is what it is. But yeah, there's some of my dislikes on it. So, Mr. Fruity, what do you? Anything you dislike about this?
Kind of similar to you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of limited in what the Power Rangers can do, and like a lot of the AI is a bit jank, and it can be quite hard to fight.
Yeah.
The other thing for me is just like it's kind of annoying how the Power Rangers can only be on one stage.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
One of my main problems with the Power Rangers that they're always on the same bridge.
Yeah.
Like there's 5 levels for the Zords, which isn't so bad.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice that there's more levels for the Power Rangers. That's like one thing that always annoys me. Used to annoy me as a kid as well. So more stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd.
But like the whole thing, like kind of comboing and stuff, doesn't really bother me. But it might just be because
I suppose whatever you're
kind
after.
of aimed at like a younger audience.
Yeah.
I don't think this is really designed for people like over the age of like 10.
It's probably just me because of like having played like Smash and later Street Fighter games and stuff, and Mortal Kombat later on as well, and just like learning combos and things. It's always been part of like my fighting game experience. So like, but then like having the ability to literally, do a standing punch or kick or a ducking kick or another ducking kick, it's just kind of like can't really combo this properly together.
But then like I don't think it's really designed to be like super combo-y.
I don't think it was designed at all,
So when did like when Street Fighter 2 come out?
91.
It was in the arcades, wasn't it? So I can't remember. Probably would have been 90 something.
I think it's probably before this.
It's a few years before it, yeah.
Like more than like 3 or 4 years before this.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because well, it was arcades and then it came to the SNES and things. So I need to look it up, to be honest. Because I mean, this could have come before it potentially, but I imagine Street Fighter probably did because of how there are a lot of similarities with this.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming Street Fighter came
first. I'll have a look it up.
Because there's not. That's what you're saying. Except for like Virtual Fighter, I can't think of many like beat 'em ups on like fighting games on Mega Drive.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and Mortal Kombat and Virtual Fighter. I can't think of anything else really. The other thing I really like is just needs. I feel like it just needs to like have been developed for like another 6 months.
Yeah.
I just feel like it just needed a bit more time.
91.
91.
Oh, I was right.
Nice. 3 years.
So yeah, I mean, this is taking its influences from a very good game of the time. So
yeah, I feel like it was just never really meant to be anything more. Like it's that thing, like some kids' games on the Mega Drive and stuff were like designed to be played by all people.
Yeah.
Some were just designed to be played by children. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. It's just really the movesets and levels is what I needed more of, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's weird as well. Some of those characters feel like they have more moves than some of the others, excluding the Zords. It's like the Power Rangers, some of them just feel like they've got more moves than others.
Yeah, they've all got
the gun.
They got the gun, and then they got two
Deflect.
special moves.
Yeah.
So they've all got like 2 moves.
Oh, they've got 2, have they? Okay.
Yeah, so Red Ranger's got the kick and the sword. Blue Ranger's got the up spear and then the side spear. Pink Ranger's got the bow and the kick. Green Ranger's got the stun.
And the charge shot, and he's got another attack as well.
Yeah, he's got 3, I think.
Yeah.
Because then when he's a bad guy, he's got 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Ranger's got like the kick and the axe spin. I think it's a kick. No,
He's
it's
got the charge. He's got the
charge.
charge, the shoulder barge.
Shoulder barge
Yeah.
and the axe spin.
Lightning charge, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Yellow Ranger's got the down scythe attack and then like the cross screen one.
The down one's really useful, and then you realise like you just go miles when you use them. It's like,
yeah, so they've all got 2 moves.
Yeah, except for
and
Green.
the blaster.
Yeah.
Of a Green Ranger. Oh, Green Ranger? Yeah, Green's got blaster as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got. Yeah, they've all got 3 moves.
Whereas like the Zords
4.
and the bigger characters have like 3 to 5 moves.
Yeah.
Usually.
But like Cyclops stuff in the multiplayer doesn't have as many.
Yeah, I can see
moves.
why. Pretty broken, some of those moves. So.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that brings us on to our final part then about this game. Ooh, do we think it holds up? I'm going to shove it to Mr. Fruity. I think I'm going to check out to you first. Do you think this game holds up?
Controversial.
No pressure.
For me, it's like because it's still the game I remember.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it was this when I was younger. It never really tried to be anything more than this, and it is just like a kid's fighting game.
Yeah.
Like it's just what it is. It's very nostalgic for me. Mainly because just like even if I didn't play as a kid, it's just like how much Power Rangers was like a thing in my life.
Yeah, sure.
For many years, like yeah, I'd still recommend people to play it really. Especially if you got like nostalgia for Power Rangers, play it. That's what I'd say.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at his face then.
You know.
Yeah.
This game only really lasts for like half an hour. An hour if you play some multiplayer afterwards. Like it's not exactly a long game.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're trying to get more than like an hour tops entertainment from this game, it's not going to happen because it's not really designed to last more than that.
But it's playing in short bursts.
Yeah.
I mean, still like
it's designed to like make kids keep dying so they can't get to the end of the single player.
Make them cry. Get good, son.
It's designed for them to play each other.
Do you reckon this is where Get Good got from this
game?
game?
Where Dark Souls came from.
Oh, what, this game? Yeah, that makes sense.
There's a lot of ideologies very similar.
Yeah. It's a mess with them. The cruel world. Mr. Mark.
I'm done.
That says it all, I think.
I had fun playing it tonight, actually. But I'm not going to choose this over Smash. So
it's a bit of a.
That's a bit of extreme. I was going to say like Street Fighter.
Is
sure.
that a bit of an unfair?
Yeah, maybe Street Fighter.
This game that was made like a weekend in 1994 to like the newest release of Smash Brothers.
Even I'm not that cruel.
Okay, so I wouldn't pick it over Street Fighter 2. Or like
you see, I would, but then I just don't really like Street Fighter games. This is the thing. I don't like fighting games.
Yeah.
This is probably why I enjoy.
You just like this because it's colourful and cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Street Fighter has a bit more kind of
edge.
To me, it has more like precision, like calculating where you want to be and where you want to attack. Whereas this, I was just like, there were some good moves and stuff, but I was just like. I don't know what to say about it really. I had fun. It's not a terrible game. It's like it's just not like amazing.
I think like
really
anytime you have like control issues, which we do at the moment, because we don't have amazing Megadrive controllers, it definitely is annoying. However, I will say like playing even then, like there was fun to be had here, like you're saying.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I had more. Like considering you told me it was like. Shit. I was expecting it to be unplayable. I was expecting it to be unplayable, but actually it wasn't. It was alright. I don't. I'm not gonna rush back.
This is
to
jealous of my
Yeah.
and all of my picks are ones that no one else likes.
That's not true. I like Game Ground, even though I had problems.
Game
That's
Ground's
true,
terrible.
yeah.
You don't like it, do you?
No.
I like my picks were always the controversial.
No, I like the Game Ground, even though I, like I said, it had issues, but the multiplayer-wise, it was good. No.
So yeah, I just like maybe we'll play it again at some point, but if I'd rather play like Mortal
So,
Kombat or Street Fighter or something.
Out of my picks, which one would it be? Like, out of Shinobi, Game Ground, and Power Rangers.
Probably Power Rangers.
Oh, wow.
Shinobi's awful.
I think
Oh,
one of
God.
the picks I've done in the last couple of turns.
I can't remember, man. Like, probably,
They're the last three I chose, I think.
yeah.
So how do you feel
I
about
think
this
me and
game?
Mark had very different childhoods.
Yeah.
Same sort of stuff, just play different games.
Yeah.
How do I feel about it? Do I think this game holds up? No, I think this game is utterly terrible. I think this game is truly awful. However,
Don't beat around the bush.
however,
awful. There's nothing to redeem.
no, I was going to say, however, I actually do think there is fun to be had here, but like, this is probably like your equivalent to like Micro Machines. When we played it, and you're like, this game is like, you just
Some
don't
of my
like it.
picks, actually.
Yeah, and it's like I would have more fun playing Micro Machines because I feel like the multiplayer in that's
God.
more fun and there's more stuff to do. But like, given this game,
That
like,
game doesn't have any music
I know,
though.
that game's got problems of its own. But the thing, put that chainsaw down. The biggest problem with this is just how little content there is. I mean, apart from the characters, I think the fact that there's like,
I mean, I would not buy this at like retail price nowadays. But even back in the day, if I knew more about video games, I wouldn't let my child buy
yeah,
this.
it's just weird how like the bigger Zords and stuff. It's like they must have done that bit first and the Power Rangers after because the Zords do have
it
different.
feels like a reskin,
Yeah.
but I don't know what game it would be like original.
Zords are better.
That's what I mean. Like they've got more. All the big when you play the big guys, it's always got.
It's got more
moves.
levels. It feels like it was designed as like maybe
They've
there
tacked
was
on the Rangers. It's like so weird.
maybe there was like the original version, the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Say Sentai. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
But
Like maybe it was originally being like developed, and like maybe because it had like different characters or something. Like they decided to add more things
Yeah.
in, or like it took out the things that went in, like where like the West stuff was at too.
Yeah.
Maybe like I don't know, it's weird. It feels like it's been like reskinned and then like shipped out with like half its contents missing.
it is weird. I mean, like this is not a game that like I said, I found it funny and like had a laugh with it and stuff, but. I think this game is pretty bad. Like, I mean, at least it works. It's not like
I say it's bad. I say it's mediocre.
I mean,
At least when you turn it on, like something loads up. Is that what you're
I mean,
saying?
it's not like in terms of fighting games. I mean, it's just like the AI is unbalanced as all hell. Like the characters, I'm pretty sure are probably unbalanced, but that wouldn't matter because we're crap at it anyway. But like I had fun playing it. Just I probably don't ever want to play this again. This is
Oh, you will play this again.
you know, this is like one of those games that's just like, yeah, that was fun. Let's just forget that even happened now. Like, I don't know, like, I like the idea of it. Like the another problem, like you say, with the same playing on the same level, that music on the bridge is really good. But after you've played like 10 matches on the same bridge, you're like, well, I kind of want to listen to something different.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's just, like you said, it's just a very half-baked game. And I think if there were just a bit more time in the oven where you had more stages for the Power Rangers and they maybe altered their movesets a bit, then I'm like, yeah, okay, fair enough, it's a fairly competent fighter. But as it stands, it's like they're just. I'd rather play Rise of the Robots. I'm gonna be honest. Like that game is awful.
I must admit, like the fact that it's such a blatant rip-off of Street Fighter is just like
It's probably
painful.
yeah, but it's probably to its benefit. I think
Because even the text that comes up when is it like round 1 or battle 1 or something, it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
The redeeming quality of this game for me is the fact that it's nostalgia. It has Power Rangers. They all have the weapons that you remember.
Which
and
I don't have any
the
of that.
music is really good. Like
yeah.
But if
have
you
a child in
don't
me.
if you don't have the nostalgia, then I can see why there is nothing
Yeah.
like very little in this game for you.
I think the best thing about this game, the one redeeming thing is being able to turn it on and listen to that theme tune in 16-bit and then just turning it off again afterwards. But like, yeah. Would I recommend this to anyone? Absolutely not.
Right in my
Like, I think, you know, at some point it'll probably bring out again and I'll laugh at how terrible it is again and then, you know, we'll move on from it and everyone will be better off. But like, yeah, it's not a good game. It's not unplayable by any means, but it's
next
just.
choice is totally gonna be Fantasia. I just watch you and Mark try to play this.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
While I like look at speedrun strats. This is easy.
But yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, I just don't have many good things to say about this game. I'm sort of done with it.
Just bitter.
I know, it's not great.
I don't really care if you like this game.
It's just not great. It's not a game that you would, you know, like, oh, you know those classic Mega Drive games that I've got like that?
We never agree on the games I choose.
That's not true. I like Shinobi.
Mark did like it.
Yeah, but you said you and me.
Oh yeah, I meant to say we as in like all
Oh,
three of us. I feel like every time I
did you choose
a game-
Pokemon? Because we definitely agreed on that.
We didn't used to choose back then. We just
Kind of
Yeah, we
collectively.
just did them. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. We've all agreed on not liking a game, which was Micro Machines, and now we've gone back to how it used to be, so it's fine. But yeah, I mean, like,
That's one strong yes for this game.
I'll tell you what I would like. I'd love to see something like NetherRealm or something like that make a new Power Rangers fighting game. Or like, yeah, because they did Injustice. I think they could do a really good Power Rangers game now with like a good selection of characters.
Gritty.
No, not super gritty, but like, I mean, just a good control
Kind of
scheme.
weird there's not more Power Ranger games.
There's that one that-
going for so many years.
There's that one that came out a few years ago that was utterly terrible. It was like a really boring game. But yeah, I got nothing more to say about it. It's just, it is what it is. It's just like, it's a game that exists, and we're just gonna put it away and we'll just leave it, you know, locked up now. It's going in the vault. It's going in there along with Streets of Rage 1.
Nah, mate. Chatting shit.
You know, what other games do I not want to play again? Can't remember. There's some other stuff.
You can't remember because they're all amazing.
They're all terrible. But yeah, I think that's everything from us today.
Yeah. I can't be bothered to fight Power
Yeah.
Rangers Corner any longer.
You're like, no, it's alright. You can love Power Rangers because you have the nostalgia for it. I unfortunately don't. Probably would have been a different story if I did. But as always, thank you very much for listening. We very much appreciate it. If you like the video, hit like. It always helps us out. And obviously the big subscribe button that's over there. And then if you played this game and you want to have an argument in the comment section, shove it down there and tell me why I'm wrong.
if you want to like staunchly defend this game and
Yeah.
be on the side of
I think Dave's
Dave,
going to be posting in it. Yeah.
let us know because we'd actually like that.
Yeah, always good to see what other people think about this game. It's like, because clearly we wouldn't pick it if we all hated it. I think so. So it's always good.
That's true. Like, I knew it was going to be controversial when I chose this one, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. But thank you very much for listening, as always, and we'll see you next video. So it's goodbye from me, and it is goodbye from these two.
Goodbye.
Bye.